All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the Webookit podcast. Let's start the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of your Sunday Night Stunner presented by the Webookit podcast. I'm your host, Virgil. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe. And what would I be? What would this show be without all my awesome co-hosts that I have to join me? So tonight, starting off, we got the homie, the big homie, my man, my brother, the man that is so handsome, the former undisputed booking champion. I got my homie Tank. What's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? Appreciate you having me.
Back in the building. And of course, y'all, you know, Webookit goes through changes, through life cycles, through newbies, through new things. I had to call on one of my homies, one of my for show brothers that I knew would be down to come pod with your boy and talk about wrestling. Guys, introducing to the Webookit audience for the very first time, my brother from another brother, my main man, my homie, big homie, Teddy Long. What's going on, man?
What's going on, player? What's going on?
Sir, salute. Welcome to the Webookit podcast. Welcome to the audience. Welcome to the fans. Welcome to the frenzy of the one of the best damn booking podcasts on the World Wide Web today. I'm excited to see what you bring to the show, man. I'm excited to talk wrestling with you. We've had personal conversations, so I already know what you're coming with. But I'm excited for our audience to get the full-fledged version of Teddy Long out here in the business as we talk about everything wrestling.
Well, you know, player, I'm appreciative of being on the show, you know, and, you know, if anybody doesn't like it, you know, they can go one-on-one with The Undertaker, and that's what it is. And that's what it's going to be.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So listen, y'all, first things first, we got to talk about Survivor Series. Survivor Series as a whole. I want to start off with that topic, numero uno one. Survivor Series as a whole, what would you grade it? And give your overall thoughts on the show. And we'll go match by match after that, talking about the good parts, the bad parts, and the downright ugly parts, because it was more ugly than good. But I'm going to send it over to Tank first. What was your overall grade of Survivor Series 2025, and what were your general thoughts?
My general thoughts. I think we were talking about it, you know, behind the scenes, but I think that it could have been better. I think we all agreed that it could have been better. I think the return of Liv definitely helped boost up the ratings for sure. The fact that Cena lost is always good in my playbook. We I had to throw that. Oh, we have another Cena fan. Oh man.
Yes, yes, you do.
The rest of Webookit when you need it, but overall, Cena. You know, I mean. Let's just be honest. I think overall grade-wise, I give it a B. But that Dom Cena match, I think Cena putting over Dom like that. I know he beat him for the Intercontinental title. I get that. You know, you had to complete the Grand Slam champion storyline. You know, saga, but. Dom, Mike, you've mentioned it. I'm sorry, Virgil. Yeah, you've mentioned it a lot. I think we're looking at a future multi-time WWE champion in Dom. I think Dom is money. I think his heel run is great. When he turns, he doesn't even need to turn face at this point. People still cheer the shit out of him now. But overall, the other matches, it could have been better. But overall, like I said, I give it a B. And I am looking forward to seeing who John Cena's next match is. Final match, sorry.
Absolutely. All right, Teddy, go ahead. Give us what you got, brother.
I give it a C+, solid C+. To be honest with you, I feel like a lot of the matches are just thrown together just for the sake of Survivor Series. Don't get me wrong, like I like the matches, except I don't give a damn about Nikki Bella. Like somebody showed during the match that said Nikki Bella back by unpopular decision was the most proper sign to have, and it showed at a different time. It showed during John Cena's match, and it's like it's true because she's not needed. Like she's not a talent that we thirst for. Like truth be told, a lot of the legends we can care less to see. Like we ain't got to see Trish Stratus no more. We ain't got to see Nikki Bella. Like we cool on like there ain't nobody that we want to see come back unless it's like we got AJ Lee. That's who we really wanted.
Paige.
That's who we really got. We would take a Paige. But really, like, who else is there that as a legend that you would want to see come back and wrestle? Because, like, let's be real, like we had our Trish Stratus run.
You tell me you don't want to see Undertaker back for the 15th time?
Hell no.
Him and his wife can stop.
They can stay right where they're at on 6 feet under. As far as all the other matches and stuff go, the Dom match, man, like as soon as they said that they wanted to have it in San Diego, it's like, okay, well, he's getting the title back. But how he had to get the title back was diabolical because you took 5 different finishers or tried to take 5 different finishers. Like you taking shit from Roxanne Perez, little bitty stuff like she can really flip you for real. Like not like Raquel Rodriguez. I could believe that she can actually lift that man and throw him down. Like I could believe that. That I could believe. But truth be told, I would have rather had her in the match versus Stephanie Vaquer than Nikki Bella. Like Bing. To be honest with you, I would have rather watched Lyra Valkyria in that match, and I can't stand Lyra in the match. Her and Becky put me to sleep.
Dare I say I would have preferred Nia Jax, and Mike knows.
Whoa,
Virgil knows.
That is huge.
Here's what I will say: the women's WarGame match, very, very, very safe with a lot of things they did because you could tell how they were botching certain just simple shit. And it's like that y'all trying to play it really safe. And I get it. You got motherfuckers in the match that still are in their good prime, but are injury prone, like Asuka and Charlotte. Both got knee injuries, can't really do much. You know, truth be told, like I honestly feel like WarGames should go back to either being an NXT thing as Stand and Deliver, or it should be a thing where like you really got an actual like storyline. Because the MFTs and the YS6 made more sense for a WarGames match than the men's one did, truth be told. It's just that if they would have added Sami Zayn to the Wyatts to balance out the 5-on-5 or something like that, that would have made more sense. Then it would have made a sense storyline. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand the men's ones is in correlation with the WrestleMania commercials they've been doing and stuff. But like, let's be real. Did we believe anything else was gonna happen with Brock Lesnar in the fucking WarGames match?
No, nothing. No, it happened exactly how we thought it would happen.
With 2 rings, not 1 ring, but 2 rings. You knew it was just going to be whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah. So I like where both of your heads are at. As far as what you guys' thoughts were for the WarGames pay-per-view as a whole, I'm going to address Triple H right here, right now. Camera, Triple H. You do not have to do a WarGames match just because it's the pay-per-view for November and Thanksgiving. You don't have to book that way. I like that they stopped doing the Hell in the Cell just because it was December and it's like, oh, hey, it's December. It's time for Hell in the Cell. Like, you could have gotten so much better of a quality of pay-per-view with 6 good matches. You could have done a CM Punk world title match, a Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre grudge match for with a stipulation for the WWE Championship. You could have done the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six in some form of a brawl for all or some type of match like that. You know, you there's ways you could have booked this stuff so much better than you did. I understand that WarGames is your thing. You brought it to NXT, then you moved it and you brought it to the main roster. We were excited for the first 2 years of it. Obviously, nobody really cared last year for the match outside of Randy Orton returning and then CM Punk returning after that. But besides all of that, you look at this year's WarGames match and kind of to what Teddy Long was saying, you're basically just slamming stuff together and hoping that it works out. Now, the names were there. The names were all there, and it made sense the name-wise. These are your main events, or at least not even on the women's side. On the men's side, these are your main events for WrestleMania. And like me and Coach was saying on last week's episode, we understand right now is where they're booking Mania. They're making their plans for Mania, setting plans for the rosters for Mania and everything like that. So, hey, listen, that's all fine and good. But at the same time, you don't have to book a WarGames match. You can go back to traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. You can just do regular matches. You can do stipulation matches. You can do tag team matches. You can do so many other things. You don't have to pull out the WarGames match. The WarGames should be reserved for if it's special. What do you think, Teddy? What are you saying?
I agree because it's just how we felt when Vince was booking those horrible ass 5-on-5 elimination style matches with Raw versus SmackDown.
Yeah,
because after a while, think about the matches that we got towards the end of his tenure when it came to Survivor Series. Like before Triple H took over, like those traditional matches were terrible. And truth be told, like if you're gonna have Survivor Series, everything should be styled around either Iron Man or elimination style matches, where that it's a survivor. So, like, if you're the Iron Man, you're the sole survivor. If you're, elimination style, whether it be for the tag titles, it's a single eliminate. It's elimination style tag team match for the titles. You got your traditional 5-on-5 traditional match. Iron Man matches for the titles, and you got different things. But like, I will say this much: one piece where he messed up at was in the Bloodline saga is that he never added the women into the saga. Because if you would have ever added the women of the family into things, then you can always branch out to them and having their beefs with other chicks. Like you could have had fucking Nia Jax and Naomi as a tag team and ran the fucking table with all the women of the tag team division, or you could have had Tamina and Nia Jax run the fucking gauntlet forever, like ever and ever, and it not be a problem. But granted, we don't get to sit at the table and get to really put our ideas out there. But there's some spaces where I do agree that Triple H could have did better. But at the same time, overall, like I do like the fact that he's gotten away from Vince's shadow in the sense of how Vince booked. Because if it was Vince's booking, it probably would have had a 5-man match and you would have had fucking Obafemi in there somehow, some way with Brock Lesnar and Damian Priest and Braun Strowman still. And it just would have been in the words of Booker T, meat on meat, and that just would have been what it was. And I'm like, I wouldn't have wanted to see that in a WarGames match. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the versatility of things. It's one of the things, like, we're never gonna be fully pleased with what he does because shit, we was never fully pleased with Vince because he would have Brock as the champion. We'd only see him 4 times a year.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, for what it's worth, for what it's worth, we could very well be headed back to that with Roman winning the title, but we'll get to that a little bit later. We'll have to see what happens with that.
His in and outs make sense though. His in and outs were never like his in and outs weren't like Brock's in and outs. Brock's in and outs were never seen for 3 months. At least with Roman, you wouldn't see him for 1 month, and then he'll come back for an episode, be on there for about 20 minutes, gone for a couple weeks, and he'll work his way back in. Brock said, "I'm in Saskatchewan or wherever you stay at
Saskatchewan,
Yeah, hunting. That's what he doing.
Facts. All right, so let's look at the women's War Games match and let's break this down. The women's War Games match featured it was either Team Charlotte, Team Rhea, one of them, one or the other. I call it Team Charlotte because I feel like any Team Charlotte is on. She's the captain. But Charlotte, Rhea, it also featured AJ Lee. It also featured who else is on that team? Io Sky, and who was the last person on that team for them? So Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Io Sky, and who am I missing?
AJ Lee.
It's the
and AJ Lee. Yep. So it was those 5 women, and they were going up against the Kabuki Warriors, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch as the other team. So this match in and of itself. So first things first about War Games this year that was different from any other War Games. They took away the cages. They literally let them all make their entrances as the timer went off. They did not have them in the cages. The cages did not play a part in these War Games, which I hated off the jump because last year's War Games matches with the cages were literally money, with CM Punk and Roman Reigns being locked in the cage together, and Roman being the one to tell his team who's going in, who's coming out, and CM Punk being pissed at him the whole time. Like I said, I loved every minute of that. But throughout this match, I kind of like what Teddy Long had to say about the fact that, it felt like the women kind of played things safe. It also felt like, and this was another thing for me, it felt like they regurgitated a lot of stuff. Io has to get her garbage can spot, when she brings the garbage can down, and like I said, and then of course you're gonna have Rhea Ripley come down, who's got the Undertaker mask on right now because her face is constantly always getting broken. She comes down there, she brings in kendo sticks and whatnot and stuff like that.
It was a Terrifier mask.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here looking at myself and I'm like, this didn't have to happen. This did not have to happen. This did not have to happen. And any time that you're saying that during the show, you're realizing like, okay, like this ain't a great show. Bar none, I would say that match easily could have been a WWE Women's Tag Team match, a triple threat tag team match, and I probably would have cared about it a lot more had it been Lexi and Charlotte going up against the Kabuki Warriors, going up against Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
I would have taken Io and Rhea because they friendship and relationship. It would have been them versus, or you would have just had a 4-way for the title.
Or a 4-way ladder match for the women's tag team titles would have hit so much harder than a women's War Games match.
Yeah, because AJ and Becky could just have their own one-on-one spot. They don't need to be in the tag spotlight.
Absolutely. They will main event a Monday Night Raw in some type of grudge match between those two. You can bank on that too. That's happening. And it's gonna be money. It's gonna sell. But like I said, and somehow Becky's gonna win, whether she debuts a new star to help her. Because if you guys notice, that's what Becky's all about right now. Like, yeah, she's running heel, but Becky is all about elevating the other women now. That's why Maxine Dupree
also elevate herself back home too. I have nothing nice to say about Becky Lynch. I ain't even gonna hold you. Becky Lynch can stay off my TV and I'll be perfectly fine. She can go put and play in Seth Rollins' clothes at home, and I'll be okay with it.
That's funny. Tank, what did you think of this Women's War Games match?
I don't have much to say, boys. I think you're spot on. It just, the trash can spot to me, it just keeps happening.
It was only good for teams.
It was great. It was great when she was in NXT for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, you saw that. It was cool. You know what I mean? And then she did it in WWE. She did it in the main roster for the first time, and it was great. You can't keep doing the same move like that, though. Like, we get it's coming. You know what I mean? Like,
that move, everybody was waiting for Classic Io. That was Brady, one of the best moves. Are you serious?
It's just,
What's that? What had happened? Who's listening to our show? It's like, wait, what? Well, whoever that is, I'm with Tank. I could do without the whole EO trash can spot. I don't need it. I don't need it. Don't need it. I could live without it. But go ahead, Tank.
No, that's really all I gotta say. It just match itself. It was just kind of like, I think there were too many people in that match that have injury prone like characteristics that they were just trying to play it safe, and which again, that is in its characteristic. That match is a very pound for pound, like it is a very dangerous match. You know, it can be, and it is bound to be. But yeah, I think going back on something Teddy said earlier, Survivor Series, I think one of the best ones that they had in recent years was the one where they had NXT, SmackDown, and Raw all part of it. You had Keith Lee going it up. I think it was against Roman Reigns. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm with you.
But imagine that in a WarGames match, a 3-on-3 WarGames match, where they each get released accordingly. You know what I mean? I think that could be something. But nah, man, I it sucks because I feel like there could have been a lot more spots in that match, but you know, get what we get.
Absolutely. Teddy, any last words on the women's WarGames match?
Okay. My other thoughts on the. I mean, like I said, it could have been. This could have probably been the year that we didn't need the WarGames, and it could have just been the traditional, just all the way around traditional stuff, because it probably could have showcased some other talent, you know, to have on the women's side as well as the men's side. You know, you could have had people like Bailey could have finally got a PLE appearance because she hasn't had a lot of PLE opportunities lately. So like with Bailey, you got other, like you have different options. You know, men's side you could have had Carmelo. So, I mean, we're on the women's side, but I feel like after this one, I think they are going to go back to the traditional one just because of the IWC is going to say, and they're going to be like, okay, we're tired of hearing their mouths because that's what it is. But overall, I feel like last year's WarGames was a little bit more risk taking, you know, in a sense of like what they tried, what they didn't do. And then this one, like, because I ain't gonna lie, watching Asuka and Charlotte for the first couple minutes, I was like, come on now. I'm like, y'all over here just blowing kicks and punches. And I'm like, listen, we the wrestling fans know y'all ain't really supposed to punch each other. But y'all can make it do what it do, okay? Like y'all can make this do what it do where we know y'all ain't hurting each other, but like it make it work. Like,
and even when they brought the chains in and stuff like that, like
listen, don't get me started with
them chain punches, bro. They weren't even hitting them, and you could tell they wouldn't even hit them. They was like, I'm like, oh, bro, come on, man.
Hey, at least all I can say is our tribal chief sold the hell out of those Superman punches with the brass knuckles. That's all I'm gonna say. They look better than the chain punches. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep, absolutely. All right, yeah, no, for the ladies' WarGames match, like I said, it didn't have to happen. You didn't have to do that match. It could have been so much better.
It's made sense this year, like, because truth be told, like only storyline that made sense with the women's stuff would have been anything with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte having a feud with the Kabuki Warriors, or having a feud with Nia Jax and Lash Legend because they cost them the tag titles. But like throw it in WarGames, it's like you put it together, and then it's like you throw AJ and Becky in there, and they have nothing to do with either side of the WarGames. Like,
right. it was basically Triple H pulling from Vince's Survivor Series matches, because those Survivor Series 5-on-5 traditional matches would be individuals that have problems with each other teaming up to take on their problem. It's almost like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend type situation. So it was almost like that type of deal, and that's why they would do that. But at the same time, put them into a WarGames match. I think, like I said, you could have done some a little bit more. You could have got a better match, a better version of a match, a better quality of a match out of it with that stuff. I understand working safe. I understand making your dates and not having to have people consistently. Oh, we got the fourth man of the group coming in. Finally. Coachman, what's going on, brother?
Hey, guys. Sorry about that. A lot of car trouble on my way back home tonight, so I apologize. This freaking weather, I swear.
Glad you made it in safe and sound. Coach, I want you to introduce to you Mr. Teddy Long, who is now going to be a part of the Webookit podcast. Teddy, I want you to meet Coach. Coach is the workhorse of the Webookit podcast. He is also the host of the Monday Night Raw Dog show, where we recap Raw episodes of Monday Night Raw. So yeah, Coachman, we are right now talking about the women's WarGames match, and
Coach,
literally we were just talking about how it didn't have to happen.
Oh, totally agree. Yeah, that was very unnecessary, and I said this in our group chat last night for my thoughts on kind of Survivor Series as a whole. That match it looked like they were just trying to get it over with. Like, it was like, okay, let's run through our spots real quick, and then okay, now we did that spot. Okay, now next spot. Okay, we're done. Cool. That's it.
Yeah.
There was really nothing else to that.
It's definitely what it felt like.
I will say Lash Legend did have good spots in the match, though.
Yes, I would agree with that as well.
She came out of that match looking the best.
Lash Legend is going to be a champion, a multi-time women's champion. She's going to have a couple mid-card titles now that they got them. But, like, if they do right by Lash, as far as booking her, because she's on SmackDown now, and it's black woman heavy on SmackDown as far as like who you have, because you got Bianca, you got Jade, you got even though she's not a formidable force yet, I can see it becoming things with B-Fab. So like you got different women on that roster already, and her coming in with Nia as far as like being strong, like most of the women on there are strong. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they spot her and place her. But if they do right by Lash, she can be a world champion, multi-time world champion.
As long as Paul McMahon, Levesque does his job.
I would say obviously the ceiling is obviously maybe a 1 or 2 time women's world champ in some form or fashion. I would say that she at least should by next year be a women's mid-card champion. Like I said, but they could be very well prepping Chelsea Green to fumble her way into the women's WWE championship. That very well could be happening.
Or it could be an accidental ladder match. Or it could be an accidental ladder match, or like a fatal 4-way, and she gets the win on accident because somebody hit their finisher and she'd have fell on top of somebody like Ethan Page did. And I can see Chelsea Green getting an accidental title like that, getting a run, because she's a playmaker that her charisma will carry a title. Like who she is as a talent can carry a title, even though she's not the greatest in-ring performer. We really don't care about her in-ring moves. We actually care for Chelsea Green as the talent on the mic, because her on the mic and her personality backstage and the little segments they give her, she's gold. She's pure gold.
I was thinking about something with her, and tell me you guys' thoughts on this. They need to pair her with the Iconics.
Chelsea Green with the Iconics?
Yes, leave the Secret Harvest stuff alone. I love Piper and the other girl, but Isla Dawn, I think is her name, right?
No, that was the one that got released.
Because one of the Iconics just had a baby.
again.
But
I think
God,
I don't know.
dog,
I will say this. I will say this. Her and Penta did talk about their match at Lucha Underground, and they wanted to run it back. And if you haven't watched it,
I think that was a pretty solid match. I mean, that was a great match.
You haven't watched that match.
It
as
was.
far as the intergender match, hey, Chelsea was taking some bumps. You hear me? Both
of them were bleeding too.
Oh yeah, there was blood.
Yeah, there was blood. Everything you needed.
Teddy, we got a segment for that. I'm finna cue it up.
Oh my bad. My bad.
And you can tell us about their match. Give us the Lucha Underground match for Chelsea Green and Penta.
Man, it was you'd have to go and watch it, man, because it was brutal. It makes you respect Chelsea Green a whole lot more as a talent, as a wrestler, not even just as she's a woman, but just as far as like what she brings, because like her personality and how she sells, like she do what she do. And like it's one of the things, like what we see in WWE ain't what we're gonna see from Lucha Underground and other places, because they're a little bit more freelance of what they can do and what they can get away with versus what the machine wants to see on TV, because they're still family oriented. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I miss the days where the women mixed it up with the men and were taking chair shots, giving chair shots. Stone Cold was notorious for cracking people in the head with a chair. But it by far, like, going and watch that match, like they were inside the ring, outside the ring, they were bleeding, it's a match to watch. Like, if you just want to watch some real good wrestling, as far as it not being WWE, AEW, or anything else, like Lucha Underground has some great matches, even with Ricochet or Prince Puma. He got some good matches on there as well too. So.
All right, and that has been your throwback moment.
I love the Prince Puma throwback. Love the Prince Puma throwback.
Thank you, Teddy Long, for that impromptu throwback. Sorry to throw you in there.
Nobody understands Ricochet.
Hey, that was definitely impromptu, because I probably wouldn't have chose that as my throwback, but I thought we was going to do Survivor Series throwback, and I would have talked about, because my favorite Survivor Series, honestly, was the Nation of Domination versus DX. Like, that was by far one of my favorite.
Mike, Virgil, hit the music again. Let him talk about it.
Hold on, wait. I got to go back and rewatch that one, because I got to over here, the Jey Uso running back. Hey, even though we ain't at that moment yet, even though we're not at that moment yet of the show, how he did it, how he knows that camera, how his animations are, like, let's go. Like, you can eat all you want to, but it is what it is, and that's what it's gonna be, and you can't do nothing about it right now.
Yeet sales, man. Yeet sales.
Listen, even in there, if you notice in their Then, Now, and Forever package, the last shot is everybody yeeting at WrestleMania. When they say together, they show the audience, and it's everybody yeeting in the audience. The Samoans have taken over wrestling. It's just what it is.
Well, the next match we're going to talk about features no Samoans. The next match we talk about does not feature any Samoans. It does have a feature Nikki Bella and thick ass Stephanie Vaquer. Let me tell y'all how thick Stephanie Vaquer is. She's so thick. My mother-in-law was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm surprised her fishnets didn't bust."
Oh my god! Now my mother-in-law looking at Stephanie Vaquer.
My wife would have stared at me the entire time during that match.
All right, so Stephanie versus Nikki. Stephanie obviously retired. Stephanie obviously retained her championship. Match was not too long. I feel like it only lasted 10 minutes, but it was 10 minutes too long. This match was, Coach, you ready? On 1, 2, 3. Piss break.
Piss break.
Yep. We were piss breaking during this match. I went and re-upped on my wings, my soda. Didn't really need to see this one to tell you the outcome. I did also get this match right. I predicted this match right, which also, Teddy, that's something we got to tell you about when we officially bring you in. We have an actual booking championship, which I currently hold because I got the most matches right, booked the most matches right at the last pay-per-view, which was Survivor Series.
Time out. We tied. You
we
won
didn't
the
tie.
tiebreaker.
I called that Liv Morgan was gonna show back up at Survivor Series.
Yes, I agree. Yes, but don't say you got the most matches right when we got the same amount right.
Ooh.
Fine.
However, hey,
right?
Coach.
That is true. We don't know who the masked man was. It could still be Randy Orton. So it's still up to debate.
Randy Orton is not Randy Page that fast.
A billion times.
In the defense,
it's not Randy Orton. It's not Seth
Randy Orton has gained too much weight. 2009 Randy Orton probably could have scaled that cage pretty quickly.
Teddy, I just want to piss Virgil off as much as I can with this, just to really make him mad.
No, you can't. You cannot.
Even though I wouldn't be mad if it was Finn Balor, but we know it wasn't him. So
I wouldn't be mad if it's Finn Balor. Listen, y'all ruining the segment. We got that later on. Quick, jump in the game.
Virgil, can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Just one thing. Coach, you're wrong. Because it's not the tie-breaking world champion. It's the booking world champion.
Oh, my gosh.
Virgil.
Let's go.
Virgil did it correctly. And
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And that...
My man. That's all I needed to hear. Hey, listen, I promise to be a fight-in booking champion this time. In fact, I'm cool with even putting the title on the line at Cena's farewell tour on his last Saturday night's main event because I'm a fighting champion.
Book who his opponent going to be then. Book who his opponent going to be.
LA Knight. I'll tell you now who his opponent's going to be. It's going to be LA Knight.
You're going to lose that shit.
Listen,
my choice.
Listen, when I tell y'all every single match LA Knight has, I hold my breath. Even against the Miz, I hold my breath. Jesus, please don't let him lose.
They wasn't going for that. The match you need to hold your breath is Jey Uso versus LA Knight.
That's the next match that you got to hold your breath for.
If I see Jey Uso versus John Cena on Saturday night main event, bro.
I gotta get him. I'm gonna get John. John gotta get got.
He's gonna win. And he's gonna do the.
Hey! He has a legit claim though. He has a legit claim because when John Cena said, "There you go, looking like your mugshot," when they had that segment on Raw, don't forget about that because he talked about, they got a legit claim with Jey Uso and John Cena. John Cena got a legit about Jey Uso at the Royal Rumble. We also got to remember that. So there's pieces to that. And I mean, Solo Sikoa hit him with 53 spikes.
I think Cena versus. I do think I would like it to be LA Knight. I don't think it would be LA Knight, but I hope it's LA Knight. I hope it's LA Knight for the simple reason that John Cena knows who to put over. And I think LA Knight, and he knows what the fans think. And I don't feel like the company knows what the fans want at this point because that's LA Knight.
That's why John has been pivoting things because he's like, if y'all gonna make it to where I need it to be at, okay, then. Because if it wasn't gonna be LA Knight, it would have been somebody like Sheamus or Carmelo. But seeing that you put Gunther back in there, like that made it hard for Carmelo or Javon because truth be told, that was where the money that's where the money was. But the overall goal and objective was there. He did it right though, because the only match that's going to feature anything headline wise is his final match. All the other matches are NXT guys versus main roster guys, or NXT ladies versus main roster ladies.
I just worry. I I would like it to be LA Knight, but I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, LA Knight's time, not even time.
I just want to know who he pissed off in the back.
Yeah, that LA Knight should have been pushed. What was it? A year and a half ago? I think that was his golden time.
Didn't we say the same thing about Roman when Batista won the Royal Rumble and it should have been Roman?
Did I?
Because everybody wanted Roman to win, and then the year that he actually did win, they hated it, and that's what I feel like
because they wanted what's her name? Because they wanted what's her name to win? Oh,
Daniel Bryan.
By the way, since the current booking world champion is talking, Roman Reigns is probably more than likely winning your it's more than likely probably winning the Royal Rumble too, BT Dub this year. So might as well go ahead and prepare ourselves for that.
No, he's gonna be the freshest because he's gonna take time off until then. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
Speaking of taking time off.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. No, Bron Breakker's gonna win the Rumble. Roman's gonna win at Elimination Chamber in Chicago, which by the way, Teddy Long, are you going to?
I gotta see when they put tickets on sale if it's affordable.
It's already on sale, damn it. Hey, you know what's hilarious, y'all? We now not only have a coach on our team, y'all, but we also have a ref on our team now. So these two have to hate each other just off principle. One's a referee for IHSA, and the other one is a coach for college sports. So you guys have to hate each other. It just has to balance.
Wait, you're a ref?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been reffing all together probably about 9-10 years.
We're good then. I haven't yelled at you.
No, you haven't yelled at me. If you did, and even if you did, yes, I would bring it to the pod and I would talk about the shit. So it is.
There were some refs that I yelled at back in the day.
No, that's all good. I don't mind being really yelled at because I get paid regardless, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
Bro, he's so chill. I held the sticks for one of Porter's games, and and like the players was getting mad at him. The coaches was getting mad at him.
The fans were yelling at us and they were winning.
Right. Oh, both sides was yelling at him. And that's the exact face he has right now, y'all, is the exact face he had the whole entire game. Me and him was sitting there talking about he was talking about the Miami game, and I was telling him what was going on in wrestling. I told him that Solis Cole won the United States title that night. He was like, "Oh, shit, for real?" Well, we didn't even care. He was so laid back.
And then while kids are just chirping,
I be chilling because listen, people don't know the rules, and I just sit here and listen to how dumb they sound when they yell at stuff, and I'm like. I'd be really tempted to be like, hey, I'll give you $55 if you want to go take the test and become an official so you know what you're talking about. So you can get the instruction that they give us every year so you can know the rules and shit. But I be nonchalant with shit and I really don't care. So they really hate that when I don't care and I'm nonchalant with it. Like, it's bad and diabolical. And
it just makes them more mad. I can only imagine in basketball, it's probably 10 times worse.
As you said, we're all out here doing jobs. You know what I mean? Like,
basketball is
like it.
Basketball is. I really get ignorant because I can sit there and listen to you talk in my ear and not pay you no attention. And they'd be like, "Coach, are you done? Are you finished? Because if you're not, you can get this tech, or you can sit down." What do you want to do? I'm with it. I am with it.
Oh man. All right. I got to reel the show back here. Sorry, back on track. All right, so we got it's time to do It's time to do who to watch for in wrestling featuring Coach.
All right.
It's about time he finally showed up to the show. And now, here's Coach.
Were you trying to do Barry White there?
What the?
I'm sorry, Coach.
What was that, bro?
I want to try.
Okay,
I'm sorry. No more interruptions. Go ahead.
No,
Go.
you're
You
fine.
think?
You're fine. I just like, were you
Can you
trying
do
to do
that?
a Barry White or a Lou Rawls? Like, what were you
Can you
going
do
for
the
there?
oh yeah? Bum, chicka-chicka. Bum, bum,
Is
bum.
he gonna do it? No, he's on his phone.
No,
Now.
he's
Okay.
on his phone. Yeah.
I hate
All right.
you guys. Shut up. Do your segment. Shut up and do your
All right.
segment.
Okay. Hey,
We were
easy,
waiting.
Easy.
Sorry, Coach. I'll take the blame.
All right. Who to watch for this week? Two people I'm looking at. One in the men's WWE division, and then I'm looking over at one in the women's side of AEW. Looking at, first off, the Masked Man. It has been reported that is Austin Theory that was under the mask to help out the Vision. I am assuming we're going to get the answers tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. So definitely curious to see how that segment will go. But yes, it is confirmed Austin Theory was the Masked Man to help out Bron Breakker and the Vision team at Survivor Series. Now, over on the women's side in AEW, during this tag team tournament that they've been doing, there has been a lot of, I'll just call it like it is, a lot of botches during this. A lot of lack of chemistry going on. And I think it's because the women aren't used to having these kind of tag matches. But there is one person that is really standing out to me, and I think is doing a tremendous job working through the other team's botches while also helping her partner out, and that's Julia Hart. I think she is doing a tremendous job. I don't think she'll be rewarded with the tag championship. I think that's probably going to somebody else, but watching her work through everything has really impressed me, and especially with this character change that she's going through. I mean, the House of Black, obviously no more because he's over in WWE now, so she has to kind of repackage herself, and I think she's doing a tremendous job with that. So definitely somebody to keep an eye on this week, especially in that AEW women's tag division, and that's who to watch for this week in wrestling.
Hey, Coach. Okay, thank you for the oh yeah. Eventually, but Coach, don't you mean the Timu Karrion Kross?
Timu Karrion Kross.
Okay, that was pretty good.
And I'm just saying. I mean, that's what him and what's her face, Zelina Vega, are doing right now.
Oh my gosh, dude. You have to let the Zelina Vega and Karrion Kross thing go. It's not happening.
Zelina Vega and Karrion Kross thing go.
Oh, Scarlett and Karrion Kross. Sorry, you gotta let it go.
Man, if you don't change your voice, you need to let go. That's what you need to let go. That voice.
What about this one? What about this one?
What about this one? Hey, this one actually sounds kind of close enough to what my actual voice is.
Actually, it does. That's terrifying. But
yeah, that is actually kind of weird.
You know what? Don't start with me.
Man, is this your real voice or the AI?
This is my. This is my real voice.
Can you hit us with that?
No, I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay.
Now,
all right, fair enough.
John Cena, Dominic Mysterio. This match took about 20 minutes altogether. John Cena obviously soaking in his last official PLE, considering Saturday night's main events are nothing more than glorified house shows that are on television. This was his last PLE match. He did end up losing to Dominic Mysterio in this match, the Intercontinental Championship. How he lost it was in clear Dominic Mysterio fashion. with Dom basically pulling out every single stop he could to try to win this match. Everything from pulling the old Eddie trick from WrestleMania 20 against Kurt Angle, where he unzipped his boot and then allowed John Cena to pull his boot off. Everything from allowing Big Mommy Cool and Pop Rocks to get in the ring and get involved after Dom feigned the injury that I actually thought was legit. I actually really thought Dom had hurt himself on that injury. So the fact that he popped right up as soon as they end up taking out John Cena, I thought that was kind of crazy. And then of course, what won me the Booking World Championship for a second time, the fact that Liv Morgan's music hit and she comes out, runs to the ring, and the fans are going nuts. This is the first time this San Diego crowd has been lit all night long, and it's literally excited for her and for her to come out. And then she comes out and she hauls off and slaps Dom Mysterio. And from that, everybody's like, oh, snap. And John Cena, you kind of see him in the camera kind of slide behind Liv a little bit. And like I said, he has that same look on his face. And Liv Morgan then turns around, looks at John, and jumps into his arms. And we're like, okay, she's crazy, but she ain't that crazy because John Cena's wife would kick her ass probably. And then her face turns and she actually pulls what John Cena did earlier this year at Elimination Chamber right on John Cena. And those eyes turn into a crazy stare. And she hauls off, jumps off of John, and kicks him straight in the dick. And from there, he goes down. She pushes him over to the ropes. Dom Mysterio goes for the 619 and the 1, 2, 3. Your new Intercontinental Champion for a second time, Dominic Mysterio. Guys, what were your thoughts on this? I'll start with you, Tank.
I mean, it was remarkable and great in the terms of when she came back and she did that. His wife was in the crowd watching. So for her to do that, a little testy. But at the same time, it's gonna be pretty crazy to see and it's gonna be awesome to see what they're gonna do with the whole Judgment Day storyline from here. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. I think at this point, I think Dom's probably going to drop them or they're going to drop him and go about their business. I don't think, though, that the whole Liv and Dom storyline is going to last that long at all. I still think that there's going to be a little bit of a dynamic there, but at the same time, like I said earlier, I think Dom is money. I think he's going to be the future of this company, along with the likes of people like Bron and Jerron Evans, Trick Williams. It's in good hands. We'll just have to see, though. I think they made the right decision with pairing Dom and Liv back together, but it's going to be interesting. We'll see again who John Cena's final opponent will be, and see how that story is going to go. But otherwise, I liked it. I liked that ending. I think Virgil's off for a little bit.
Coachman, talk.
Oh,
I was going to throw it to Teddy, but okay.
Yeah, okay. I guess we'll both go fuck ourselves, huh?
Yeah, seriously. I knew they were going to let Dom win. Totally fine with that. Again, the injury sell that he did was perfect. I thought that was great too. I don't know. It just what was the point of, and maybe I'm just splitting hairs here, and hopefully this gets answered tomorrow night on Raw. If Liv just came in and attacked Dom only to turn around and come back, like what was the purpose of that? I mean, I get it, that might have been the plan, sure, but I feel like there was some like storyline wise, there was some realism in that of like she actually is pretty upset at him with Roxanne and everything that they've been doing. So I hope that gets answered tomorrow night. I don't know, just kind of. I think just the way he lost, the way Cena lost, was kind of didn't sit well with me. With that, I obviously interference is one thing, but like doing it that way, getting kicked in the nuts, I don't know, just didn't sit well with me for some reason. Especially with that being his last PLE match. I think, in all honesty, I think they could have just let Dom win clean, or at least like pin him clean with no interference, just him doing his cheating tactics. I think that would have been great as well. But I don't know. Result wise, I think it was good. Execution wise, wasn't a huge fan of it. Also, that's probably the only championship that Petco Park will ever see.
Oh, you petty. You petty, especially if they end up trading Fernando Tatis this offseason. We'll see about that. But tune in to Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs for that info.
PDD Tatis, you mean?
Yeah, that too. All right, Teddy Long, give us your thoughts on John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio.
As much as I would have liked John Cena to win the match, it was one of those things where it's like, did we expect anything different with things? I don't like the fact that it took so much to beat him, and the fact that he ain't had no help. Like nobody wanted to come save John. Like nobody wanted to come out and help. Like I'm like, bruh, you had some spots with people. I'm like, I get it. You wanted to showcase your stuff, but like it was a lot, is what I would say for that match. Like I would have been better off with Dom having the ring bell and ring hammer in his boot and hitting him in the head with it, and then catching him slipping, or something along those lines. Like, or maybe if it was just Roxanne and Raquel that made a distraction or something like that, but having Finn and JD and then having Liv come and do the ultimate, like, got to come in as the final one to make something happen. I'm like, if that was the case, you should have just had Dom come out by herself and then Liv come down with no music and come and help him out or something like that. Like sneak in through the other ring, hit John with something, and then reveal herself afterwards or something like that. I would have rather that, because truth be told, like, Dom really ain't had no bad spots with Roxanne in the Judgment Day, in the sense of what he did when it was Rhea and when Rhea was gone. You know, like they can't rerun the whole "oh, you were a bad boyfriend" angle again with what he had. Like it wouldn't make any sense. So I'm curious to see what happens, because now you have a odd dynamic where you have more women than men in the Judgment Day now, so they're going to have to either pick up somebody or drop somebody. And it's hard to say that because JD and Finn are cool with Roxanne and Raquel, but I could see it just being Liv and Dom on their own. But then Liv also has a thing with Raquel, so it's like it throws a lot of different dynamics and storylines of what you can, segue from. But overall, I mean, yeah, Dom won. Okay, I'm just waiting to see.
I like a part that you mentioned.
Huh?
I like a part that you mentioned there, Teddy, where you mentioned the fact that ain't nobody come out to help John Cena. Because my thought is Dom still overcomes that and wins. Who should have came, even though he's injured. I know he's injured, so he couldn't have been him. But you could have had a young star come out and help John Cena. Like or Carmelo. You could have had Sheamus or somebody come out and help John Cena, because then what it does is it sets up Dom's next appointment. He comes out on Monday Night Raw, and him and Liv are gloating, and whoever helped John comes out and say, "Man, you call yourself a champion. It took all y'all just to beat John Cena. Like, you're not a real champion. I'm gonna be a fighting champion, and get a new feud started with Dom."
Yeah, that's what they need to do, because honestly, Rusev should have took the title from him. And I'm mad Chad Gable still ain't got a title match yet.
He's still hurt, though.
I think Ray. I think it's going to be Ray that's going to come. I think they've already established that they're wanting another Dom versus Ray match, and
They don't need another Dom versus Ray match, honestly.
They don't at all. But
you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I think
You're gonna get it like it.
You don't want it, but we're gonna get it.
Yeah, we're gonna get it anyway, and I think
it's all about the money.
It's all about putting Dom over, but I don't think Ray's the guy to put Dom over at all.
Dom's already over though. He don't need to be put over by nobody because he already had a match with Edge and Rey Mysterio that brought him over. Like he'd already been tag team champions with his daddy. Like he already came in with the Judgment Day. He had a successful run with the Judgment Day. Like what else is there for him instead of just stepping out being a single star and just collecting titles on his own? Like he don't need more tag titles.
Agreed on that one.
Agreed. All right, so now we go to the main event, everybody. We go to the men's War Games match. The match featured a lot of action. Probably the biggest spot in the match was towards the end where Jey Uso is up on top of this cage and he's yeeting, and then out of nowhere you hear Brock Lesnar's music drops, and then you got 2 minutes and 45 seconds of nothing but pure chaos as Brock Lesnar comes into that cage and wreaks absolute havoc. Not only does he wreak havoc inside the cage, he then gets outside the cage, pulls off his gloves, and proceeds to beat the shit out of Roman Reigns all around the ring, and then push him into the cage. And then, like I said, and then close the cage, and then begins to beat the shit out of everybody again inside that cage. The most entertaining part of the match by far. The match does end with a masked wrestler climbing up the top of the cage. Does one of I don't know if it's a Pele kick that he hit, but it was some version of a axe kick that he hits on CM Punk as CM Punk is getting ready to go for the pin. That puts Punk into position for the curb stomp. He then curb stomps him, and then that allows the heels to actually win the men's War Games match for the very first time since its debut on regular WWE television, not NXT television. So the heels do pick up the victory in this match. With the 1, 2, 3, Bron Breakker is the one to get the pin. That's very telling because Bron Breakker gonna pin CM Punk again and win the World Heavyweight Championship. Which it's too bad Fritos ain't here because that's his title. That's the one he carries. So like I said, but as for that match, your thoughts, Coachman, on that match?
I mean, you said it perfectly. Brock Lesnar was the highlight of that match. Everything else was just kind of honestly. And then him just coming in, wrecking havoc, stepping out, wrecking havoc outside, steps back in, even more havoc. I think that was – we were anticipating what this was going to be because this is Lesnar's first War Games match. And then as they mentioned on the broadcast, this is his first time being in a technical tag team since the Attitude Era. So, like, this was a big – or I'm sorry, not the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression era. Mm-hmm. So, like, that was what intrigued me the most about this match. But then after that, it was just kind of for me. Did like the ending, though, where Roman and Cody have the stare-off. And, Virgil, you and I talked about this last Sunday, that I felt like this is where the route they were going. And it looks like it's confirmed that they are going for the third match in their series at WrestleMania 42. So that part I was actually I did like about that. And then did also find it interesting, the dynamic with CM Punk and Roman Reigns, how they kind of have a mutual respect for one another now, especially after everything that happened last year at War Games and WrestleMania 41. And I think this would be smart to bring in the fact that they are partners in Zootopia 2 that they are in. And I think that'd be a really fun dynamic to add in. I mean, somebody from the crowd even yelled "Zebros" at him when they both helped each other up. So I think that could be something that you could kind of add in of like, okay, hey, they've worked together at this movie. Now they kind of understand each other a little bit more. So like we understand that they're kind of building a bridge together with their characters. So I think that would be really cool. But for the match itself, didn't do much for me except for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Teddy Long, what was your thoughts, sir?
So my thoughts on the WarGames match. Yeah, the spot was Brock, but like we also got to call the spot where that fucking doomsday device almost broke Bron Breakker's neck.
Ooh, yeah, true.
It definitely was one of those things because it's like he didn't, and with him being as athletic as it was like he didn't kick his feet. You know what I'm saying? Because he was supposed to land on his stomach with that doomsday device. Like that move is normally you're supposed to get flipped, land on your stomach, not on your back. And how he landed, I was like, ooh, that didn't look good. And as you seen throughout the match, he looked like he suffered from it. But yeah, we knew what it was going to be with Brock coming in and just wrecking havoc for however long he was in the match, because what shots was Brock going to take? Brock didn't take not one chair shot, not one table spot, not a goddamn spot of nothing. The only spot he took was Logan Paul jumping on whoever was pinning him after he got hit with the GTS and the crossroads. Him and Roman outside the ring was crazy. He just beat Roman ass the whole time. After he got a couple Superman punches, he beat Roman ass outside that ring so bad. Then whooped his ass into the ring and whooped everybody else in the ring again. Like it was just a Brock Lesnar belt to ass type of moment last night. But I will make a call back in this moment because last year WarGames, Roman did not help CM Punk off the mat. He looked dead at him and didn't help him off the mat. He was willing to help with Cody though. If I'm not, no, it wasn't Cody. It was the rest of the bloodline because it was bloodline plus CM.
Yeah.
But this year he helped CM Punk up, but it's also a thing of keep your friends close and your enemies closer. They can either go run it back for Roman, Cody again for the rubber match to have their rubber match, or it can be Roman and Punk because Roman and Punk have never went 1-on-1. And those are former Heyman guys. You have 3 Heyman guys in the commercial plus Cody Rhodes. Like I honestly feel like it could be Brock versus Cody again if that's the route they want to go, but it's like damn near impossible for who you can have take the belt off of him. Only person that can really take the belt off for Brock is Roman, because who else do we see that can actually fill that slot? Like he ain't dropping to nobody else unless it's Roman or Cody Rhodes. Like that's the only people he got a care for that he'll do that for, and like maybe a Randy Orton or something like that. But, I don't want to see Brock with another World Heavyweight Championship because we won't see that motherfucker on TV forever. So I don't want to see that happen, but I want to see what happens because I want to see who Roman gonna go after for title wise. And truth be told, like Brock can just have his feuds and stuff like that, and then not involve a title. And you can get Bron Breakker, CM Punk for the title, Roman and Cody, or because that's the only way it's gonna make sense with the brands the way they are, unless you get a push for somebody else. So,
Gunther, there's a match for you.
I don't see Gunther with the WWE title though. It don't look right for him.
No, just facing Brock Lesnar is what you're saying.
No.
Oh yeah,
facing Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's the only person that can handle the aggressiveness.
If the time. Okay, so my thought process was Obafemi originally being the one to enter into the JohnCena The Time Is Now competition, win that tournament, and I mean he could be the Intercontinental Championship and then start a feud with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar cost him the Intercontinental Championship, and then them two go at it at Mania. That would have been what would have been clutch to me. Like, let Obafemi hold the IC title for like 6 months, have somebody that's an underdog that has no business beat him at like Elimination Chamber or something like that, instantly throw him into a feud with Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar is the one that cost him the championship because these two have went eye to eye, toe to toe at the Royal Rumble or something like that, which we still might get that face to face between them two. But Lesnar is going to Lesnar is probably going to face Gunther at Mania, if I have to guess now. Like I said, as far as the men's WarGames match goes, I look at it and I say It's basically, like I told you guys before, it's a setup for Mania. You saw all the major players for Mania in this match, featured in this match, because that's what it was. It was a setup for Mania, set up for the commercial. Cody alluded to it a couple of weeks ago in his promo. This is what it was. It was a setup for WrestleMania. So while appreciating that, also understand that this match also didn't have to happen. It had some great moments, but it was way better than the women's match. But it also didn't have to be a WarGames match. This easily could have accomplished everything it accomplished with a lot less of the WarGames feel to it. So, just my opinion on that.
Can I also say that?
Any final thoughts? Anybody?
Can I also say that as much as I can't stand Logan Paul, like he is a formidable talent in the ring, but God dang it, I'm tired of them forcing him down my throat. Like I'm sick of it. Like I'm sick of Logan Paul. I'm sick of Becky Lynch. I'm sick of Seth Rollins too. I'm telling you, like there's certain things that I'm just over. Those three things I'm over.
Would you like Logan Paul with a new coat of paint if Logan Paul turned babyface?
No, because it's still Logan Paul.
It's Logan Paul. So the thing is that we know who Logan Paul is as being a YouTuber, right? It's not the same. It's not the same grooming as it was for Mike the Miz. Because Mike the Miz came from reality TV, but he went through Tough Enough, and he actually went through the developmental process. That's where we ended up liking him because of us getting to see him go from TV life to
hell no. You're not
gonna come on here. No, Virgil, let him talk.
Hey,
no,
what you're gonna do is sit at this table and you're gonna watch me cook, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna enjoy this, all right? Because that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. You feel me? Because listen, you can say what you want to about Miz. But Miz actually took the route, even though he didn't do the indie circuit, he actually took the route of working on things. Logan Paul is just a natural freak athlete of a talent, just how we used to look at Pat McAfee. Like you're just talented. You can get over it. But truth be told, I'd rather have a celebrity of Bad Bunny do what Logan Paul is doing than Logan Paul, because Bad Bunny, you can actually tell, worked on that shit. And it's not just he's talented. Like, all right, you talk about Aura coming to the ring as a celebrity. You seen what happened in Puerto Rico. You seen how you can't. You seen the. He
was in Puerto Rico.
Bad Bunny
doesn't matter.
He was hitting Canadian destroyers. Okay, he was hitting Canadian. You don't like. You ain't gotta like it, but you're gonna acknowledge it. That's what it like. You gotta see the parallels. They're trying to make Logan Paul like he is. But the thing is that we just can't deal with it. Like we just don't like Logan Paul.
Look,
Virgil, you keep going like this. Teddy's going to make you have a match with the Undertaker.
He already threatened it earlier. He already said that.
Somebody cue the Undertaker gong. That's what I need. That's what I need. For you, that's what it's gonna be. For everybody that talk crazy, you gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it gotta be now.
Hey, Teddy, you need to set up some sort of some sort of thing that, or like put a gong behind you, and then whenever somebody says something wrong, just dong.
Undertaker.
Look, okay. There's a couple of things that I disagree with what you said. First and foremost, Logan Paul. You have to respect Logan Paul and what he's able to do in the ring. The WWE superstars themselves respect Logan Paul and what he's able to do in the ring, even though a lot of them have said he has no business being that good that quickly, but he's super good that quickly, and he's able to do stuff. I mean, again, I hate that he did not defend the United States Championship more, because I do think that he is a top-notch talent that could have put on better matches. I loved his match at WrestleMania that I was at in California against Seth Rollins. I enjoyed pretty much every big name match Logan Paul has been in. I've enjoyed. When you talk about Mike Mizanin, we learned about him through Real World. We learned about the Miz through Real World. I didn't come to appreciate the Miz until he started going on those epic IC title match runs. That's when I really started appreciating the Miz. That was my biggest disagreement. It's not the fact that we appreciate the Miz more or respect the Miz more than Logan Paul. I really appreciate the Miz. The Miz will be a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and it will be well deserved. He won't be the main event of the Hall of Fame show, but he will be a work ethic. his ability to never say no to what the company wants or needs him to do. I mean, literally, he's done what Marine 7, 8, 9. You know, like I said, I mean, he's done so much in the business. But to say Mike started getting appreciated when he got to WWE or when he made it to the main roster is false. That's a face aid. JBL and Chris Benoit kicked him out the locker room when he was on there doing the hoorah. They kicked him out the locker room because of that. He had to go dress in one of the laundry rooms.
I said the fans, not the talent. We didn't say nothing about the talent. I didn't say nothing about the talent. I said the Miz's run to getting to where he was is different than Logan Paul's because he had to go through tough enough. He had to go through the developmental processes where we got to see him a transition from being a reality TV star to somebody actually trying to make it in the WWE, right or wrong.
Hey, Virgil. Essentially, it's a matter of social media star versus someone who was a social media guy, reality guy who went through the ranks to be where he's at right now.
So y'all gonna be mad if I Show Speed gets an actual television match because y'all seen he's been working out with Randy Orton. So if I Show Speed gets if I Show Speed gets a championship match or gets some type of match at Royal Rumble, if he's in Royal Rumble again or if he's at WrestleMania,
we've already seen him in the Royal Rumble.
Are you gonna be mad about it? That's all I'm asking. Yes,
I'm not gonna be mad about it. No, because he's athletic and talented as hell. If he puts in the work, he puts in the work to do it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and be on this jock and be like, I want to see him win a championship. I definitely don't. I didn't want to see Logan Paul. I didn't want to fucking see Logan Paul beat Rey Mysterio the way he did for a fucking championship. That was bullshit. Pure bullshit, and you know it was. So
I
can't argue that. I'll say this much: the Logan Paul matches that stand out to me is like the one he had with Roman Reigns, the one he had with Ricochet, the one he had with who else was it? Because
that moment with Ricochet was incredible.
But let's be real. Let's be real. Your boy need to work on his fucking promos instead of writing them on his hands.
Oh, that is true.
Because we ain't seen the Miz do that.
Yes.
Miz goes off script.
All-time Miz promo versus Enzo Amore.
Oh gosh, yes.
Ooh, you talk about, but that was, that promo came from experience because he was that guy.
He was that guy, and he literally was just like, he literally told him straight to him, I see so much of me in you, but you're blowing it right now. And then he got released 6 months later.
And will not be welcome back to WWE. Well, folks,
you can't teach that.
Oh, come on, Coach.
All right. That was a good all right, folks. Good people. Last moment, and we're in and out. I need to know, who do you think is okay? Who do you wish? I think we all know who the Masked Man is. Who do you wish the Masked Man was? I'm gonna start with you, Tank. Who do you wish it was?
There's two separate questions to that. Who do we think it is, and who do we think it is versus who do we want it to be? Right? I feel like that's fair.
Sure.
I think it was Austin Theory. I have had in my mind, just contemplating here, wouldn't it be crazy? Because we're talking about NXT coming up and all that. The different people coming up. What if it was Ricky Starks?
He ain't scaling that cage that fast.
Too tall to be Ricky Starks.
Entirely too tall to be Ricky Starks. Yeah.
Okay, fair. I mean, I've gotten some sort of an angle.
You'd be better off saying Ethan Page than Ricky Starks.
Ooh.
Fair.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I wish it was a little bit tall. Like Ricky Starks would have been great if that was his time in, but it would have made more sense for him to do that to Cody Rhodes rather than CM Punk. But No, I think it's Austin Theory. How they're going to play off the whole storyline with the Vision with Austin Theory in it is going to be something to be seen. And especially with Bron Breakker being what everybody thought would be the head of the Vision. But we'll see.
All right, Coach, who you got? Mass figure. Who do you wish it was? We know it's probably Austin Theory. Who do you wish it was?
For the sake of my title, I hope it's Randy.
You petty son of a bitch.
Hey, dude, if it is though,
yeah, I know. If it is, he technically gets his championship back on a technicality.
and I gave you and acknowledged you for nothing at that point.
It's okay. I'll just win it at the next show because I'm
more drama than Lane Kiffin to LSU.
Oh
gosh,
too soon.
Teddy Long, sir. Like last moments. Who do you wish was behind the mask at WarGames?
Well, I mean, I ain't really who I wish it to be is who it is. Like, cause is I've been wondering what was going to happen with him, and they were talking about bringing him into the Vision a long time ago before Seth got hurt, and we thought he was going to be the mystery person. Instead, it was Becky that one time. But like, I've been waiting to see him come back because honestly, I want to see him get his lick back with Grayson Waller talking all this shit he's been talking since they done broke up as a tag team. But honestly, I'm gonna go with AT because truth be told, I have to be realistic. Ain't nobody else I can think of or want to think of climbing that cage like that. Let's be real. That was a young person. That was a person in their 20s climbing that fucking cage. in and fucking out, that motherfucker's in his 20s.
The way he hopped down off that thing too, dude. Okay, come on.
Man, he jumped up, jumped that. Yeah, that's somebody in their 20s. They didn't care about their knees.
All right. I like all of your choices. I want to throw one your way, and it's probably not him, but I wouldn't hate it if it was because he needs a fresh coat of paint.
It's not Trick Williams.
No, it ain't
It's
Trick
not
Williams.
Chris Jericho.
No, it's not Chris Jericho.
It's not Ethan
Sami
Page.
Zayn.
Hell no.
I
would.
but no.
He has.
I would love.
He's a Bron Breakker.
I would love.
How is he gonna hide all that hair?
Bro,
Well,
he put a mask. They put a ski mask on him too.
But let's be real. Sami Zayn ain't built like that. And if you look at that motherfucker's built.
Yeah.
Like you could look at the like even in clothing, you could tell like that person is.
They work out.
If it wasn't, if I wouldn't say Tommaso Ciampa, I would have said Tommaso Ciampa, but his old ass can't get up that cage.
He really is old too. Tommaso Ciampa is super old.
He would have fit the build. Like he would have fit the bill just because of how he is. But
could also have been Santos.
Nah.
But I know it's
too tall to be Santos.
You know Santos a midget.
Right here.
You know Sin Cara a midget. I mean Santos a midget.
I was literally thinking, man. No, it's the new Sin Cara.
That's hilarious.
The trampoline over the cage too.
You know what? I'm gonna end it for you. I'm gonna tell you who it was. Okay.
Go ahead.
Back to WWE, Andrade.
Boom. There we go. It was Andrade. Back again. Back again for you, Andrade.
It didn't work out at AEW.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to another episode. If you made it all the way this far to the end of this show, thank you so much. Make sure that you guys comment and tell us what you thought of Survivor Series WarGames 2025 edition. Let us know what Triple H can do better, how you would book things. We want you guys to join in on the conversation. Special thank you to Tank, Coach, and one of our new co-hosts, Teddy Long. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Appreciate each and every last one of you. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep those booking pencils sharp. Keep on booking. Oh, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for Raw Dog Monday night as me and Coachman talk all the happenings as they reveal who is the person that best behind the mask. Appreciate you guys. Until next time.